Hello and welcome to Deck Techs with LadyLavinias. In this one, we're going to take a look at a deck called Infinite Turns, which is probably the meanest, most consistent deck I've ever made, but it's very, very fun to play. So the idea, as the name implies, is for infinite turns. We do that by two cards. Karn, Temporal Sundering. It's a legendary sorcery. For 6 mana, you can take an extra turn and bounce something that opponent controls, and it goes into exile. However, we have Kaya, and Kaya's ultimate says, you get an emblem with, at the beginning of your upkeep, you may cast a legendary spell from your hand, from your graveyard, or among cards you own in exile without paying its mana cost. So the idea is to get this card ulted, Kaya, and because Karn Temporal Sundering does go into exile, we can still get it. It is a legendary card, so we can keep using it for infinite turns, and it's super fun. So in order to get there, I mean, the easiest route there would be Vorinclex. Vorinclex, as many of you know, doubles the loyalty of any planeswalker entering the battlefield, as well as double the loyalty on that +1, it becomes a +2 ability instead. The idea is to have Vorinclex onto the battlefield before playing the Kaya, and because Kaya starts out with 5 loyalty, she would actually enter the battlefield with 10 loyalty, making able to ultimate her immediately. We have plenty of ways to do that. We have Paradise Druids, Ornithopters, Chromatic Lanterns, Iska, multiple ways in order to ramp us into some of that big things, those big spells that we have. We have Genesis Ultimatum to cheat a bunch of things onto the battlefield. We can also use the Prismatic Bridge to try to cheat in some planeswalkers or things for 5. And then we just have really good cards to be able to control the board, like Binding the Old Gods, and Burn Down the House if we need to remove things. Karn Temporal Sundering does need a legendary to be on the field in order to actually play the spell. So we have things like Iska, who's a legendary creature, Old Rutstein, which is a legendary, and then a bunch of planeswalkers that would also allow us to play the Karn's Temporal Sundering. This is a 5-color deck, so the fixings are going to be very important for us, and we're going to be looking for those early. So let's get started on our first game and see how the deck runs today. Alright, so hopefully we can get some good games so you actually can see the full combo. We're going to be looking towards getting one of the Vorinclexes to hit so that I can immediately ult the Kaya and then at least have one of the Karns. This hand is fine. It's not great, but it's fine. We're going to go get probably a mountain here. Let's get a mountain. And then we can get our Paradise Druid after that. Oh, opponents playing more of a control-y build, I think. See? Since we have 2 of them, I may as well just this, or I can just do this, which is a little less threatening. Let's do that. This is less threatening to them than an Iska is. So yeah, I do want to get the planar bridge in coming turn. We'll see. That looks like maybe counter magic, though. Okay, it did actually hang out on the board. Nice. It did actually have a Sanctity. Ooh. That's sad. Okay. We do have a second one. I'm glad that I waited. So let's see if they have another one. Sanctify. Which a lot main board, which is kind of interesting. They had it for the... Yes, for all of the life that they were getting. Hi, Vorinclex. I think I would like to ult the Tezzeret, actually. I assume it might be a board wipe soon. But let's see, you know, what it is. Okay, I'm gonna get our first Kaya. Could be a planar cleansing. No? Banner? Blue? Could also still be it now. Actually, so they have 5? One of them. So we have Kaya. And then we take an extra turn. And now we have infinite turns. Could be a Settle the Wreckage. Giant Killer. Okay, doesn't really matter. Because Kaya can now get the Karn Temporal, we can now bounce their things. Pose. I'm not even gonna go through this just so I can show you guys that it is infinite. Go into exile. Submit 0. Take an extra turn. Old Rutstein's gonna trigger. Thanks. Just end the turn. It doesn't actually matter. Kaya is going to get this. Submit 0 to take an extra turn. Forever. And we will end the game. So that's kind of how it goes, is that you just want to keep building more and more things. I tried to go as fast as I could so that opponent didn't have to just sit through it, since they were being nice and sitting through enough of it. But I did want to show you guys that it is an infinite combo. I can infinitely cast these Karn's Temporal Sunderings, so it is forever my turn. Opponent, unfortunately, does not get another turn, and then because I'm always taking another turn, I'm always being able to untap everything, play whatever, draw, and continuously find some of our actual creatures to actually end the game like that. So that's how it's supposed to work. We're gonna see if we can find some more games, see if I can get that infinite combo a little bit more. It is a pretty gross deck all the way around. I do like it though. It has an element of control that I'm not used to building in Jank, but it does lock down the game so that the game, as soon as I get the infinite turns, the game is over on the spot, because that's just, I can keep bouncing whatever opponent has, just infinitely, until I have removed all of their pieces and then swing in for lethal. Okay, we're gonna keep this. I'm gonna put down Triumph first, get out our Paradise Druid. Picked up a Kaya, which is nice. We're at. Okay, so at that point we're just gonna get another Paradise Druid and get this Triome onto the battlefield. They no attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so I'll be 6. So very heavy removal on opponent's side. Mono black usually does. So I should be able to get Genesis Ultimatum out next turn. I'm definitely not untapping these, and then we'll put the land down. Looks like they didn't want to lose their Timurit. So here's a fun thing, because this does exile cards, but because of Kaya's ultimate, I actually can play still those cards in exiled if they are legendary. Okay, let's go with the Genesis. We didn't get much. We can always play more things. You get another Genesis to try again. Even if they kill the druids now. Okay, so we're gonna be taking a bit of damage though. Ow, ow. Okay, so we're gonna go Genesis first. Yeah, I want all of those, thank you. That'd be great. I am going to exile... probably this one. Just get that out of there. And then we're gonna say sacks 2 creatures. I definitely don't need those. I'm drawing 2. Play a land for turn, attack with the Vorinclex. Hey, seems good to me. There's a Timurit. Rude. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna Arn to bounce this first. I'm gonna play another one. Oh, looks like opponent's just out. So I would have had another turn to see if we can get a Genesis in, but looks like opponent just didn't want to do any more things with this. It looks like they were just heavy removal, and our deck is way too strong for that. Alright. Sometimes it just happens, I mean... So we're gonna be looking for some ways to cheat in the cards so that we can hit those ultimatums as fast as possible. Old Rut Sign is really nice. There's also a chromatic here. We are a little slow in terms of since we don't have a 2-drop, but that's okay. Definitely come back from it. See how aggressive opponent is. That does change things as well. Old Rut Sign is a 1/4, so hopefully able to stop Boros action. Old Rutstein first. Okay, so that's a Karn Temporal Sundering into the graveyard, but we can still cast it with Aya's ultimate. Rather unfortunate that they both were bloods, but that's fine. I think I want to work towards the Prismatic Bridge, so we're just gonna go Chromatic here. And we're gonna attack for 1. I don't want to lose that, so that's fine. Land there. That's fine. We're gonna go Prismatic Bridge now. That in, and we're gonna probably hit by this 5/5. Looks to be the case. Oh, so they're gonna go Exile, but that's okay, we'll have another one. They might also have going face. I think we're gonna say no blocks and just take the damage for now. And I'd rather have Old Redstein go first. Or one of those. And a nice guy. Okay. Well, that means that I can do that. Also pay for it. I think I'm gonna pay for it. I don't want to tap the Old Rutstein. Alright, so we got the 2 Planeswalkers. We're going to put this one and make another blocker. And I think that's about it. So we might have to manually ult the Kaya, but we'll see. Nope, looks like they're going to exile it. So sad. Alright. Alright, this time I want the Planar Bridge to go first. Nice. I think that if I do this, they have to figure out blocks for it. I think at this point I also want to just put the Red Devils in. And plus the Old Rutstein. And that's probably where I want to be. And I also want to use one of these. Throw one out and draw another card. Okay. We're just gonna hang out. Ooh, okay. Wait, it was a Quakebringer. Spooky. Is this also a giant? It is. Oh, they are that worried about that one. Okay. Here, I guess. I tried to make Tezzeret look spookier. I'm looking for a Vorinclex right now. There it is. And we're just gonna hang out. Ow. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah. I really, really want it to die. Okay. We're gonna pass the blockers here, here, and here. I probably should have thrown everything under the bus for it, actually. Here, here, and here. Bop, bop, and bop. Alright, my turn. We are ulting this. We are ulting this. Using one of these. There it is. Alright, now we have the infinite combo. Okay. We were able to stabilize there, and because I have the Kaya's ult, we can play the Karn's Temporal Sundering forever and ever and ever. And it was always going to be our turn. So we were able to get through it and get through all the giants. It's a lot of giants. They really did focus on the Kaya. I guess they knew what we were doing. They just kind of ignored Tezzeret entirely. But sometimes you do have to manually get up to the loyalty in order to ult it. Thankfully, we were able just to get there in time. And ult Rutstein being able to, again, loot cards to find things that we need is pretty valuable. I think that was a nice include, as well as becoming a legendary creature. It's not really a scary legendary either, so a lot of people just kind of ignore it. Alright, so we're gonna see if we can get a game where I can actually ult our planeswalkers and have the infinite turn. Got a lot of people that are preemptively scooping. But that's the name of the game, especially if we have such a more disgusting deck. I don't really blame them, to be honest. Okay, we picked up a Karn Temporal Sundering. Okay. Pack Beast. We'll get our Maryland Harbor and our Paradise Druid in. So I really, really hope this is a party deck. That would make me so happy. Looks like it might be, because it's a wizard. Oh, I hope it's a party deck. Okay. No blocks? Getting in with your Pack Beast. Can't stop that. I gotta decide if I really want the planar bridge here, or do I want a blocker there? This can get us up quicker, so I think we're just gonna go with the normal Ice Guy this time and not the planar bridge. If she does die to removal, then, you know, she does die. But she is a nice little blocker, at least for now. And now she's dead. Okay, well, there she goes. There she goes. See you later. Alright, no blocks. So we're going to 5. Old Ruststein's at least a good pickup. Still don't want to tap the Druid if I can help it. Okay. That is a nice creature there. Nice little blocker for the Pack Beast, so we probably won't be taking another 2 damage from the Pack Beast. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Old Rutstein gets us a land mill to get a token. We can actually just go straight Genesis. If not, find our way with Vorinclex or even Arcane Temporal Sundering. Deputy. My old Rutstein, never mind. I guess that's gone. Darn. Take 1. Fine. Alright, let's put a Vorinclex in there. And we're actually gonna just chill. We don't actually need to attack with it. They might have more removal. We do have a second Vorinclex if need be. We do not have any legendaries if Vorinclex dies, because they did take the old Rutstein. Okay. It is eaten alive, goes into exile. We do have another one. We'll be taking another 1 point of damage. We'll play the Vorinclex one more time, see if they happen to have any more removal. I'm sure they do. Looks like I might get away with it for a turn. Let's see. Okay, I am going to do this, giving... bounce the Deputy, because I actually do want the old Rutstein. See if we can get a land in there. Nice. For 6, nothing there. I still don't actually have enough for Genesis, but... It's okay, we're getting really close. I will Prismatic Bridge here. And probably use this. So I'm going to give them the option to play Deputy on the Vorinclex, because while we do need the Vorinclex, I do want the old Rutstein as well. Something that has legendary. I wanted to try to see if I can get a land, but they chose the Prismatic Bridge instead. Wow, rude. That's sad. Okay. Well, unfortunately, they will take up the Genesis. We were stopped with this one Plains that was holding us. The Plains and the Swamp. But let's see what we can do after this. We're going to probably toss this out. Discard this, get something else. Treasures, of course, now we have it. Okay, so I will actually get to do this and immediately ult. Thank goodness, so now we just need it to get back to our turn. We just needed to get back to our turn, and then we have infinite turns. Whew, I didn't know if I was gonna get there. Vorinclexes did its job. So they can... If they kill the Kaya, we still have the old Rutstein for the legendary to use to get Karn's Temporal. I think it's dead. I'm gonna say no blocks, it can die. And then we will use this, bouncing this. Actually, I should have bounced this one. Well, it doesn't matter now. Okay. Now in exile, do this, and we bounce this. Forever. Okay. They understand it was a forever loop of Karn Temporal Sundering. Bouncing all of their items and then being able to just keep getting more and more value on my side until I'm able just to sweep and win the game with it. Okay. So, I am going to try to play one more game. See how that goes. Okay, this hand is fine. I have Paradise Druid and even the Old Rutstein to get going pretty early. You saw how valuable it can be. So we're gonna go with this. Okay, so Triumph first. That way we can get our Druid out. Little tiny eye twitch. One, two, three. We actually might be able to just do Chromatic Lantern to another Druid. That might be better, actually. As much as I do want Old Rutstein, but I like the value off of the other one. Yeah, because if I can do Chromatic Lantern into Paradise Druid. The one becomes untapped, but it's fine because it places itself. And then next turn it ramps us pretty quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gonna take some damage. Flux. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or a sorcery, opponent loses 1 life. You gain 1 life. Okay, I think I do want to get just Old Rutstein out. The decent blocker. Ramper. Okay. We'll just do this for now. And that means I can also play Karn's Temporal Sundering next turn. I do have a legendary. Okay. Ooh. Well, target creature or planeswalker. Spooky. Another land. Nice. We'll do this. We'll have it bounce the Woe Strider first. We'll just wait. Oh my goodness. Just have it bounce all of the things. Just keep having it our turn. This one can be bounced now. Oh, looks like they're just out. I had a third, just in case you wanted a third. That was not what it's supposed to be in Infinite Turn, because we did have to pay for it, but we did kind of have a baby Infinite Turn. We had 3 turns in a row, and we were just gonna keep bouncing things, making more things. We just got very lucky with the Karn's Temporal Sundering. I think that one, you know what, that's fine, just end it. We'll just call it there. It was not what it was intended, but you can see how it pops off even if you don't have a forever turn. I'm gonna let you look at the deck real quick one more time. And remember, like, comment, and subscribe if you are not already. It means a ton for the channel. The watch time really, really matters. And I really appreciate it. We worked really hard on this deck and I want to show it off. But until next time, bye YouTube!